Virgo, November 2023. This is for the collective reading. I'm going to start with your affirmations for the month. So your affirmation for the month is, I can trust my intuition to guide me in my journey. So Virgo, that's your affirmation for the month of November. I can trust my intuition to guide me in my journey. I call this deck the poetry deck, where the dark things are. Shadow work, getting comfortable with your dark side, getting comfortable with your dark feminine side. I'm going to put that right there. Virgo, nothing is set in stone. Right now you're in a mutable energy, and Virgo is actually a mutable sign, which a lot of people I think forget that Virgo is actually a mutable sign, because they focus on the fact that Virgo tends to have a focus on the details, and they have a very concise way of wanting. People often describe Virgo as very concise and detailed and focused, but in actuality Virgo is a very mutable sign. This is a very powerful energy to be in, because this provides you great opportunities. Nothing is yet set in stone. I think it works actually perfectly with the I can trust my intuition to guide me in my journey. Because nothing is yet set in stone, look to your intuition to guide you. Don't try to create your own path. Don't try to use your mind or your logic. I know there can be a tendency when there is emptiness, or when there is a void, or there's something missing, or there's like a void in your life, or space for something to be, for a space for something else to be in that space in your life. There's a tendency to try to feel like it's something that needs to be fixed. And I think as human beings, when there is a hole in our life, or when there's nothing filled up in our life, it's kind of like a shelf in your room, and there's a space for something there, but you can't figure out. You keep trying to put certain things in that spot, a book or an artifact, but it just seems off. This is also an energy of going with the flow, letting your interest or letting life kind of take you where you need to be. Could be a sign of trusting the universe, that the right experiences, the right opportunities will come to you and will show you the way. So definitely trust your intuition to guide you in your journey right now. And with the message of where the dark things are, with the water energy, this can be in regards to your emotions, and you could feel like you're kind of just going where the waves set you. And so when there's erratic water, it's important to not fight the waves, but just to let them go with the waves. That's the important part of surfing, or even being on a boat. When the waves get too powerful for you to control them, it's actually your ability to control the waves is more accessible, is more easy when you follow the waves, the path that the waves are leading you, versus trying to fight them and try to break down the waves. And that's the important part. When my uncle first tried to teach me surfing when I was little, he told me that the important part when you get under the wave is to follow the wave and never try to fight it, because it's important to know the power of water is stronger than the human body. So right now your emotions could be overwhelming you, but it's important to just be in the mutable moon, that nothing is yet in stone, and just to trust that your intuition will guide you where you need to go, guide you in your journey. Right now, look at the mirror of life. Who or what is triggering you? Look at the people in your life. Look at the situations in your life. This can be also jobs. If you're triggered by a person, or you're getting sense, and this definitely goes with where the dark things are. Look at the shadows of your life and how they are actually mirroring you. How they are actually mirroring your inner emotions. This is the last chapter, Virgo. Write your own story. This is about closure, resolution, forgiveness. again, I want to come back to nothing is yet set in stone. So your life doesn't end here. Your path doesn't end here. And in murkiness, we are renewed, because the lotus flower is often the symbolism with the lotus flower that she's on is actually that they grow from murky, muddy waters, and then they bloom into these beautiful flowers. In the murkiness of life, we are renewed. But it's also important to know that nothing is ever set in stone, and as being a mutable sign and the energy that you're in right now, you can always rewrite your story. Like, your life doesn't have to end here. Your life doesn't have to be a specific way. You can always shift. You can always mold. Think of your life as clay or as mud that you can mold with your hands, and depending on how much water you put in it, it can become more moldable. I'm getting that water, like emotional energy. I feel like you're in a very emotional, feelings are being revealed. So it's important for you right now to really, in order to rewrite your story, you really need to get in your emotions. You really need to look at yourself. Maybe actually physically go look at a mirror. And this could be a reference to also mirror work, mirror magic. But take a day to just look at your life and see who, what, things, people, situations that are actually mirroring what's inside of you, because you can shift that energy. It's mutable. Nothing is set in stone. And this can be a powerful energy of understanding that relationships can come and go. You can mold your life like clay, or you can write your own story. You don't have to settle for someone else's story that someone else wrote for you. If you don't like a certain word that an author used for you, you can use another word. So this is the power of words. This is the power of language. This is the power of communication, especially if you have Virgo and Mercury. And it could be like one sentence or one word can completely change the course of your path, can completely open a portal to a new avenue of your life. Getting that, especially with the water energy for you, Virgo. This is release. This is releasing. This is frog energy is about mastering your throat chakra. It's mastering earth and water energy. It's things might be coming up for you, but definitely don't cling to them. I'm getting release and mirror energy. Things might be coming up, a kind of cultivation or infestation of maybe past trauma or past situations. And this could be in mirror work or dream work where old situations are coming up. And also understanding with dream work, when the old situations come up, don't cling to them. Understand that that's your subconscious working through what needs to be released. Releasing is a lot easier said than done. In fact, we can spend a whole lifetime trying to break free from our limiting beliefs or painful experiences. Sometimes we have an idea of where we want to go, so we compartmentalize and repress things we believe are holding us back. But we still want to honor ourselves and our experiences. We just want to give ourselves new options of behavior, so we are not stuck within the same old pattern. So Virgo, spend a moment reflecting what is no longer serving you, what is old, stale, and taking up space within you. What would you do if these things didn't take up so much of your energy? What other behaviors and beliefs do you wish you possessed? The frog is letting you know to release and repurpose. Sometimes we approach our perceived flaws as things to eliminate, but the frog teaches us that we can use that which no longer serves us as fuel for the new. Nothing goes to waste. All things within us have a purpose as long as we can expand our minds to see it. How can you transmute what no longer serves you? How can you release but also do it purposefully? How can it serve you in a new way? To not cling on to things that you had set your mind onto but that aren't working for you anymore. So let yourself be in the comfort of unwavering shift, the unwavering shifting of water energy. King of Wands. This can be you or someone else in your life. We got a salamander, so this is a shifting. So salamander is a creature of the hidden. It opens us up to secrets within ourselves, secrets within others, and secrets of the spirit. The salamander represents immortality, rebirth, passion, and the ability to withstand flames. We see the Leo energy. So this is about creativity, passion projects, that fire within you. You are seen as a leader that kind of is that passion to your community. You drive the community, and you are essentially the sun. You are what glows up the universe. Ooh, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is a divine union between King of Wands and Queen of Cups. Anytime we see a king and a queen together, it is a divine union. It is a collaboration of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, and this can be an energy already within you. This doesn't have to be a person or people in your life. The energy within you that you need to accumulate, that you need to cultivate within you. The King of Wands within you as the masculine, the King of Wands with Queen of Cups within you as the feminine. And we do have a lot of water energy, so it doesn't surprise me that the Queen of Cups is coming up. This is understanding your emotional maturity. This is understanding your water energy. Water is mutable. Oh my God, is everyone coming out? Jesus Christ. King of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. Maybe you need to be, in order to cultivate emotional maturity, the emotional waters of your life, you also need to master the Queen of Swords, which is about justice. She doesn't, Queen of Swords in comparison with the Queen of Cups separates her emotions when making decisions. She is often seen as cutthroat, blunt, and gets to the point of the matter with her sword. But I feel like these are people. Is this a third party situation? What is going on? So this is a message in regards to financial prosperity. This is a project, comes within hermit energy of isolation, of something that's hibernating. So we got the Page of Swords. So this is a message. This is gossip between three parties. This is a message of devastation. Is this like, because we got two queens and one king. So is this like a choice that needs to be made between two parties? And in making that choice and communicating that choice, it causes devastation. But through devastation, you have a clearing. We see the sunrise with the Ten of Swords. We have the Ace of, we have a lot of Swords energy. So the choice that you will need to be made, the insight that will need to be made in this situation will have to be done through logic. So let's look at King of Wands and the Queen of Cups first. When the King of Wands and Queen of Cups come together, it is a sign of a perfect balancing act. So the King's passion and drive combined with the Queen's emotional empathy and intuition to creates a powerful and successful team. This combination, so this indicates a very harmonious relationship where both partners complement each other's strengths and weaknesses. It can also indicate a successful partnership or working relationship where one person takes charge, but other supports and encourages. Now I'm going to look at the dynamic between the King of Wands and the Queen of Swords. In this dynamic, King of Wands with the Queen of Swords, it is a very powerful combination of masculine and feminine energy. This represents harmonious balance between action, intuition, and communication. While the King of Wands belongs to the element of fire, which represents action, motivation, and creativity, the Queen of Swords belongs to the elements of air, which represents intellect, communication, and clarity. Together, these symbolize the perfect balance between intellectual and intuition. this shows that as a King of Wands, with this dynamic, you are highly intuitive, analytical, and action-orientated. It also means that you possess great communication skills and have a natural charisma that attracts people towards you. People will be drawn to you. People will be drawn to you. They will become, and you'll become successful in your endeavors. It is important with the King of Wands and Queen of Swords to remain grounded and well balanced. In this decision between parties, or this could be a business connection, but in any case, the clarity that you will be given, you will have all the 9 of Cups. So you'll be satisfied with your choice. You'll be given the clarity that you need to make the correct choice that will give you all the 9 of Cups, so that there will be satisfaction, there will be gratification in the choice. But I feel you will be miserable. I mean, at some point in the decision, you will be miserable, but there will be clarity given to you where you'll feel like things are happening to you, and that you're kind of, through the 10 of Swords, you will finally be given clarity to make the choice. Like, you will feel like life is just happening to you, that you can't make the right choice because you have too many choices, because there's a lot of Sword energy where you feel there's so many choices that you're not able to make the right choice. And especially with the Page of Swords, with the 10 of Swords, there is this like uncertainty. The Page of Swords is often about new insights, new ideas, this curiosity of the intellect to start something new. But with the sword being too big for him, there can be a sense he's walking into devastation. He might be taking on ideas that are too big for him, or taking on a project that becomes bigger than him, and there's this devastation of feeling overwhelmed, intellectually overwhelmed by the decisions. But you will be given the clarity. It's about moving through that emotional turmoil and waiting out for that Ace of Swords, that clarity. This can be a choice as the King of Wands, a choice between following your emotional intuition versus your intellectual intuition. This can be also you developing your emotional intellect as well as your logical intellect, your analysis. So you're looking at both sides where you're pivoting. But I also got the message of, like, you know, back in the day, or like the King of Wands, each king has their own kingdom, and then the Emperor is the one that kind of guides the kings in their emperor. But kings have their own empire, or their own little kingdom, and then the emperors that has their empire. But the King of Wands but often I see, I guess I'm getting like Game of Thrones, but like King of Wands trying to talk to other kingdoms. So he's like talking to the queen and talking to the Queen of Swords. So I think it's like trying to create a business prospect, or trying to create a project prospect. So if these are people, this is actually deciding on who you want on your team, who you want to sign a contract with. But these can also be advised. One is more emotional, while one is more cutthroat and logical. But the Page of Pentacles, it's about new projects that might come through a Hermit energy, through isolation, through enlightenment, which we get with the 10 of Swords and Ace of Sword, where there's a enlightenment, you're able to cut through the fogginess. The interesting thing about this Page of Pentacles is that he doesn't seem to know what to do with his pentacle. So there can be a sense of contemplation with the Hermit energy, where you're given resources, but you're not sure what to do about it. So you have the resources to grow your kingdom, and so it could be that's where your insight goes into of who you want to need your resources goes into, or you have all this, you have the insight, you have the intellect to make the choice of where you want to pursue your prospects with, if it's the Queen of Cups or if it's the Queen of Swords. And it's about knowing how you work with these energies. And these could, I'm getting like also advisors. These could be like advisors to you. One is more logical and gives you the balance of your intellect, while is more emotional, giving you the connection to your heart. So this doesn't have to be a third party situation, but it just surprised me. And a kingdom could grow better with threes. So this could be working with feminine energy. I'm getting the King of Wands is connecting with a feminine energy of connecting to your heart as well as connecting to your intellect to ignite your passion, and entwining of different companies or different kingdoms, or elevating your business to create a more dynamic connection where you not only have the passion, but you also have the intellect and you have the emotional intellect to connect with your employers, or connect with new prospects, suitors. I could see this as suitors, and having to make the devastating choice between the two. But in the end, you will be given the clarity. Clarify the Ace of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a very slow energy by itself. We have the Four of Pentacles, which is oftentimes about greediness, but it's about containing your financial prospects. And we have the Four of Swords, which is about sleep. It's about meditating. It's about reserving your energy. So with the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, this is about reserving yourself in a very slow moving energy. This relationship connection is actually about a financial contribution to something larger that these individuals are working together. And you will make the choice, because the Page of Pentacles, like I said, is kind of looking at the pentacle and it's like, okay, I have this resource, but where do I put it? And I guess the advice is to reserve your finances. You will be given the clarity of where to put this resource by meditating and reserving yourself, by going into hermit energy for a little bit in order to tap into your own intuition, which can be your own intuition as the King of Wands. Your heart is the heart. This is your emotions, mastering your emotions, mastering your heart, your passion, mastering your emotion, and mastering your intellect. And then by that, balancing those energy, you will give your coin to the right prospect. This is a real estate, like expanding your real estate, putting your coin to expand your kingdom. But it will all end in satisfaction. It'll all end in you gratification in making the correct choice. But you will have to move through the Ten of Swords and wait for that clarity. That's the message of the Four of Pentacles with the Four of Swords, is containing yourself and getting into that hermit energy. I mean, you could essentially just make the choice to go it alone. You could make the choice to decide that you can't make that choice, that you're devastated by the choice you have to make. And so you have the clarity to go into hermit mode and be a solo one man. The Wheel of Fortune, so this is turning around your situation. We have the Moon. These are illusions that are coming up. Five of Cups. So this is devastation of 3 spilled cups, which could be with the Ten of Swords, in heartbreak, ending of something. We have the Queen of Cups again, and then we're healing from that connection. through the illusions coming up that you will see your spilled cups, or you might get slippery with your cups depending on what comes up for you from the subconscious. And so it's definitely pay attention to what's triggering you, what's mirroring you, to make that shift, to make the karmic wheel work for you, and having that clarity to know what's for you and what's not for you. Knowing the five of cups, not putting too much heed to the 3 spilled cups, because it's a heartbreak maybe with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups came up again, or the Queen of Cups is healing you, because I did get with the Ten of Swords, I did get like getting stabbed in the back, like Caesar and Brutus, the story of Caesar and to Brute, getting stabbed in the back, and the monarchy ending, Roman Empire. Because Queen of Swords can also, in the dark energy, can be very manipulated with the mind. The power of the Queen of Swords in the dark energy is that it can manipulate the mind, it can mind control. This Queen of Cups could actually be helping you heal, to helping you mend, kind of traversing the journey of the star